All right, now to my happy place, being surrounded by beautiful new shoes. Style blogger Dawn Parsons has spring and summer shoe roundup that we've all been waiting for. And by the way, you had recently had a piercing too.
Yes, I did 2 piercings in December, and I too had them pierced with a needle. Game changer after having a gun all those years.
See,
right?
It's fun.
Yep. And I'm older than you, and I still went for 2.
We're having a midlife crisis together. I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there is nothing in crisis mode about these beautiful shoes because there's so many gorgeous choices as usual. So talk us through some of the trends we're seeing now.
Okay, so I brought some of my favorites right now. Some of them we've seen before, but some are back. Let's start with platforms.
I do love a platform.
I do too, and I'm not a high heel kind of girl, but a platform really helps. Yeah. Because you get that extra height right here.
And
right?
The safety of it all.
The safety of it all.
It's more sturdy.
Right?
Yeah.
So platform, these are super cute cork, but you know, it also applies to a sandal. Platform sandals are back. Whoops.
We'll get that. It's cork, so it bounces.
And a sneaker.
I like the platform sneaker. That is fun.
Yeah,
I had a pair of, back in the 90s, platform, they were like heeled sneakers.
Yes, yes.
I don't want those to come back.
Great, the extra comfort. That platform gives you a lot of extra comfort. So platform are really fun.
Okay, these are absolutely adorable, and they're made by one of my favorite brands, Frankie 4.
Yes.
So soft, so comfortable. So the Slingback.
Slingbacks are back, and I love them. I just think they are chic and elegant, and they just look great with jeans. They look great with dresses. I just think they're very, very pretty.
I'm hoping there's someone out there watching this thinking, like me, I didn't know they ever went out.
You know, and that's not the thing. They didn't. I mean, and a lot of these
have some Slingbacks.
A lot of these didn't go out. They just are kind of having a renew.
They're having a moment.
They're just back in the moment. I personally think these are so cute. What a fun heel.
What a fun heel.
Right. Frankie Ford, they did a really, really great heel on
they're
those.
beautiful.
Yes.
All right, let's talk tennis shoes now because white tennies are all the rage.
Always all the rage, and I think everyone needs a good, fresh new pair of white tennies, especially for spring. You know, the other trend right now is like the soccer shoe is back. You know, the Adidas Sambas are back, so those are all big too, but I just wanted to bring in some that we all want to just refresh our wardrobe.
Who makes this? This is a cool shoe.
So these are amazing. These are Vanelli. These are from Marmy Shoes. You can get these online. What I love about Marmy and Vanelli especially is different widths. So these are a narrow. I have a narrow foot, and these fit me great because I got the 9 narrow. And so you can do wide. You can do
I have
medium.
a definite wide foot.
So you could get the wide.
I'm like a hobbit down there.
And you could feel, you wouldn't have to worry about.
Too.
They're just
and
really
the different tones of white.
I love them.
And then you've got the Frankie 4. This is literally my favorite shoe.
Yeah.
Mine's a different style. It's a little older, but this
style.
is.
I'm wearing Frankie 4 down here too.
It's the most comfortable thing, and they come with these extra.
Yeah, so extra insoles. I thought we should really plug that because I think it's such a great feature.
I think it's a huge feature, especially when you're investing in a pair of tennis shoes, and then you can. Dawn and I both, I use them in other shoes too.
Yeah, they're great to use in other shoes. And did you know Frankie 4 is opening a brand new store next week in Bellevue Collection?
I heard that. I heard that.
Really
I did.
Excited.
And so I cannot wait to check that out.
Stores, so really excited about that.
The other thing I want to just pause in the sneaker segment for is I need you to explain to everyone about the no tie lace tuck thing.
Okay, yes. So I'm kind of big on, especially when I'm wearing sneakers with a dress, not having this big bow right here at the top, because some laces can be very long. So an easy thing to do is as you lace up your sneaker, on the very last one, wrap it over the top and under. So then your laces are down here.
Okay.
If the lace is short enough, you can just kind of tuck it in.
Okay.
Most of the time, you'll need to pop out your insole, put your laces just right underneath, and push your insole right back down.
And they'll stay tight on your feet.
They stay tight on your feet. Again, I have narrow feet. That's how these are tied today, and they're not slipping off my foot. You're making sure they're tight.
Okay.
And then, you know, maybe you want to use a shoehorn to just pop your foot in.
Okay. So you don't even have to do that every time.
No,
no. So now they're just slide-on shoes.
They're just slide-on shoes, but they just look a little more streamlined and chic when you're.
I didn't notice. I've never noticed the difference, but I'm glad that you explained it now.
But when you just kind of, yeah, you'll notice it, especially on a dress. You just don't want these big floppy laces.
I hear you.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about ballet flats. I heard ballet flats are super in right now. I'm so glad because I love a ballet flat. Like
I do
this
too.
is cute too.
And again, they never left, right? But they're popular again. Thing with ballet flats though is I wore a pair one day, and if there just is no insole in there.
They're so uncomfortable.
They can be really, really uncomfortable. And I think these are both really great pairs.
Ooh,
these
are
from Marmy Shoes. Those are from Frankie 4.
Can I try these on?
Yes. And those actually have a small wedge to them. So these are going to be much more comfortable than your average flat.
Oh, they're very comfortable.
Right?
All right.
Right?
We only have 30 seconds
Okay.
left. Let's talk about wedges.
Wedges are back. I mean, who doesn't love a wedge just for comfort and steadiness on your feet? How fun are these from H&M?
Those are great.
I love a good pop
Not a
of
huge
color.
investment either, because if you're going to buy orange wedges, you might.
$30.
Yep.
Yep. And then it's espadrille season. Mark Fisher loves espadrille season. Those are Mark Fisher. I love them. They're kind of a platform espadrille wedge, but super comfortable.
So
if you love
comfortable,
that height.
cute, and they've got stability.
Yep.
This from a girl who just recently rolled her ankle, so I'm very keen on
you're
that.
very, very careful.
Oh my gosh, Dawn, I love everything you've brought to us
you.
today.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to. I don't love these, but I
No,
love
that's
everything
okay.
else.
That's okay, right? To each his own.
To each his own. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yes,
This
you
is
are so
wonderful. We
welcome.
can't wait to get into open toe shoe season. It's
I know,
gonna be
right?
great.
Woo.